ndị niile na-ekwu against the sit at home nna sọsọ bụ onye buru ekwụrụ a na-ekwu na-agwa egwu ọkwa na ya nke nsogbu ịnọ na ya akpazi mmadụ iwu onye a na-agwa gị na ihe na-eme ya adịrọ mma ịnọkwa na-agba egwu na this man si cheki edi na-echegi o si cheki echegi the man dịkọ na ọ na-agwọta ọgwụ ọ dịka ọgwụ ndị Abakaliki abịa ọsọ ọgwụ nke nwa ọgwụ nwakarị ọgwụ nwa mara m ibe eji wee gwu ya ibe sitati home ọ dịkwa nke ọgwụ adịghị ọ dị nke ọgwụ adị involve n'ebe a because abụrụ ka ezite onye nụ ya bịa kansụl wee sitati home onye a kwụsiecha ezite onye a na ọ pụta kwụsiecha ụmụnne na-adịka na nwa pụta ugwo kwụsiecha alụ ya ejimaka asị na ya na Simon Ekpa na-adị na mma n'ọnya ahụ most trusted of Simon Ekpa na-apụta kwue nkecha edupụtakwuo this man Commander ESN ọpụta kwue nke kwụsiecha.
Zoo is panicking. They are panicking. I love it. They are panicking. Unbelievable. They are panicking. Zoo is panicking.
Na in fact ọ dị nke ọgwụ dị n'ebe a oke emesugbo Nnamdi Kanu asịgbuo na ede ewetekwele da wasị na Nnamdi Kanu de mechie na nwa ya ebi okwu sha there is nothing you will tell me ọgwụ dị involve n'ebe a ọ dị ka Simon ebe a na-agwọ ọgwụ the man na-agwọ ọgwụ ọ na-agwọ ọgwụ onwere ọgwụ ibe gbakọta nga ngweta ọ na-agwọ ọgwụ ke ka ndị niile na-ekwu against the sit at home nna sọsọ bụ onye buru ekwụrụ a na-ekwu na-agwa egwu ọkwa na ya nke nsogbu ịnọ na ya akpazi mmadụ iwu onye a na-agwa gị na ihe na-eme ya adịrọ mma ịnọkwa na-agba egwu na this man si cheki edi na-echegi o si cheki echegi the man dịkọ na ọ na-agwọta ọgwụ ọ dịka ọgwụ ndị Abakaliki abịa ọsọ ọgwụ nke nwa ọgwụ nwakarị ọgwụ nwa mara m ibe eji wee gwu ya.
Ịfụrụ ọgwụ a ga-agwọkwa ya again jee n'ụgwa prime minista na ọgwụ a ọ gwọrọ ya gwọsie ya ike. Do you understand? Onye gwọrọ ọgwụ a ma ife ọ na-agwọ anybody wey do that juju in sabi make him do well. I need them. I need them. You know, it's not that no or anything. It's that he is untouchable because he is doing the needful. Mazen Nnamdi Kanu made it clear that the only thing that will set you free is the truth, nothing more. The truth. Just make sure your hands are clean and you are saying the truth, and no plans and no work of the wicked will come close to you. They will always fall. They will always fall. They will always fall. That is just the fact. This is what many people don't even know. You think by fighting the right people, the righteous people, you will overcome. No. Chukwu sị na adara alụso onye aka ya dị ọshọgụ. Pati ọbasi sị na adịra amanye onye Chukwu gọziri ka ị mara. Ọ kachakpa mma inye ya ezi nkwado finish. Anne Lawrence, I greet you. I greet you, Anne Lawrence. Ndewo. Everybody watching from the wherever you're watching from, Facebook or YouTube, I greet you, and I want us to know that we must continue to do the needful. We must continue to fight. We must continue until we liberate ourselves. We don't get you so. Hey, many people are thinking that alternative. There is nothing like alternative. Nothing. Sorry.
My fellow Biafrans, in the early hour of today, 1st October 2024, the Biafra Defense Forces has destroyed, neutralized the proposed facility that was built to house and train Boko Haram in a place called Ehimembano in Imo State, former Imo State. Any more of such facility will be destroyed by Biafra forces. We call on Biafrans to give credible information on any further project of the Nigeria terrorist state targeted at bringing in Boko Haram for training in Biafra land, or to be used to house fighters that the intention was to use against Biafra forces. Because the Nigeria terrorist army has been defeated, and all they do is to bring in fighters in whatever guise.
Very, very simple, and I believe very understandable as well. I want to make we understand something today. I want to make we understand something. And it is something we have to understand is that there is no shortcut to this freedom we are looking for, this freedom we want to achieve today. When our prime minister came out some days ago and tell you that structure will not stand, the people were thinking, yeah. You see people blabbing, you see people talking, you see people doing or saying whatever they wish, which is irrelevant. And then today, the structure is down. That is the man we have as our prime minister, Tokona do. When he is telling you, he is do Mazenam the Kano Sigi that now we will push you and we will tell you where you are going to fall. Biafrans are ready and up to do the needful, and the nothing. I repeat, nothing, not even anything, not even anybody can stop this Biafra. Not even anybody. I mean, when I say not anybody, I mean not anybody. Sorry if you've been watching from Facebook. Sorry, I have to remove it because they say they don't want to see Simon Ekpa again. If I show them Simon Ekpa, they block me. So I have to be careful of the kind of things I show. I don't know if I can show this one today, they block them again. I want to be only showing myself there, since they fear me until they begin to fear me. They said our prime minister is a terrorist. Or say he's terrorizing them. I don't know how he made that how they made that their statement, our prime minister, this and that, and I wish I can see one of the pictures. I will show you what they said about him. Even me, they want me to. They want me to. They want me to. But we no send them. We go continue. They said it looked like you shared or sent a symbol or praise support of people and organization we define as a dangerous organization or follow them. As me following my own prime minister, Simon Ekpa, they said I follow a dangerous person and dangerous organization. You see? But Tuji Bello is there dialoguing with the Nigeria government. Terrorists are there dialoguing with Nigeria president. But I want us to understand that this man you call Tuji Bello today, I think we will talk about that before we go into our prime minister. I greet you all, Solomon Shinaza. That was Facebook. Shukuma Solomon. I greet you. Next episode. What is the next episode now? What is the next episode? Well, as this program goes on, if you are against bringing down the so-called structure built for the Fulanese, for the repentant Boko Harams or ISIS or ISWAP to come to Biafran land, if you're against it, don't feel free to call in and tell me your feelings. Okay, I want you to let us hear thoughts and ideas, and let us exchange. If you are against it, make you call me, tell me say that thing where they bring down, you know, like I they put my number now. Yes, call me, tell me say that thing that they brought down, they burnt down, you know, like or ask me any question online right now. I am ready to answer you as we dey listen to our prime minister they go, or as with the dialogue, as with the discuss other things they go. Godfrey, I greet you. Chris, Biafran son, and they work. Thank you. The next episode is Biafra. I love this so much. Princess E, they work. So maybe we try do maybe I'll go put link as well, so that if you want, you can come in and they tell us. Say this thing where they burn down, you know, good. Because I hear people telling us that is people were saying that this is a development. You can't imagine what people are saying. They say this is a development coming to Biafra land. Nine people go destroy. I know go imagine enough. Now make I put this Facebook. I don't know if they want do anything, but they do. Make I just put the Facebook because I want to talk small before we show our Prime Minister Simon Ekpa. Make I just put the Facebook. I got somebody with jogger. I had blog the line blog. Vidno V, I greet you. Anywhere you are, I beg. I need suggestions. I need ideas. Make una talk. Make una call. Make una talk for comment section. Waiting be your talk. Waiting be your thought. I mean to say, is it? Are you among those that believe that I can put the phone like this? Do you believe that this is a development that Hope Uzodimma brought to you, and then Biafran people go spoil them because say they don't know better thing? I want to ask you a question. I just want to ask you a question. Those that are saying that this is a development that has been destroyed, what form of development is it? They come your land, come build the structure, school, where people will learn work and do craft, and none of these people are from your land. They are far people from far north. You see, we don't remember anything, and we don't even want to remember anything. We don't want to remember anything. That's our problem. People believe in Ko Sira Sira. People believe in let us go. Anything that happens, we are good to go. Anyhow it happen, we are good to take it. People must to learn to remember yesterdays. When you remember yesterday, you go bring them, join them today. You go see whether that yesterday and today match. People must always remember what people said yesterday. We must not forget what we have said yesterday. We must not forget the laws that we enacted yesterday, so that today, when we see such things, we will remember, or we will go back to ask ourselves, what has this to do with this? Or what has these two things to do in common? What has they in common with today's own? But we do not. I will make us understand some things this morning. I really want us to understand some things this morning. I will show us some highlights of yesterday's their narratives of yesterdays that they tell you they must to fulfill by doing what Hope Uzodimma is doing now or is trying to do or has begun to do. But we thank God for the Biafran Liberation Army that have stood up and said this will not happen in our land. And they have told you that if any other thing like that would happen, is going to happen, they are going to still bring it down. I want make we they understand things. I want make we they understand everything. Make we they understand them very, very well. I want make we understand that very, very well. I want make we remember that Gumi, the spokesperson for these terrorists or Funani bandits, as they call them, whatever they call them, is not important, came out and told the world that, told the Northerners before the election, that you must not vote for anybody that is going to stand against their terrorists in the bush, because they are their soldiers in the bush. We must not forget this kind of statement. We must not also forget the one that came out to tell you that these people in the bush are their warriors. We must not forget. We must not forget what Ahmad Bello said. I'm trying to see if I can get that Ahmad Bello picture. You will see what Ahmad Bello said. Ahmad Bello made it clear. Instead, they will give you as an Igbo man anything, even if it means that is the reason why Nigeria should stand up, make Nigeria fall, that they are not going to give it to you. They will prefer that Nigeria crumble than them giving you any opportunity. That's why you don't have seaports. That's why they shut down seaports. That's why they shut refineries. That's why you don't have roads. That's why they are developing their so-called country they call Nigeria with railways and the airports and this. Your airport ends there. Do you know that the airports in Biafra land are more well structured than that of Akano? Do you know that Aminu Kano International Airport is still international airport, functioning even when no flight lands or takes off from there? Yet it remains international airport. People work there, they pay them, they have their directors, they pay them with the same money generated from Biafra land. Do you know that in the north, they don't have oil? They have refinery in Kaduna, and this refinery in Kaduna, they work. As the refinery in Kaduna is working, they have to import oil from South America and they refine there to sell. But you that have refinery in your land, your refinery does not work. Your refinery cannot work. Your refinery will never work. Have you asked yourself why? Have you imagined the reason why the whole land of Biafra is not good for refinery, but the Lagos land, the Yoruba land is very good for refinery, that they have to go to Lagos and they build the refinery, and then they are still mining the oil from your land to take it to Lagos to refine. But when they want to recolonize or train or breed the repented whatever terrorists or Boko Haram or ISWAP, they will bring them to your land. Have you asked yourself, these people that they are bringing to your land, what happened to their land? Have you thought of it? These people they are bringing to your land, what is wrong with their land? You know, they think of that one. These people, where did they carry come your land? Why they know? You see, when you hear that people like Izombe in Uguta are being chased out of their land, is for this kind of reason. When you hear that the people of Okwama are being pushed out of their land, is for reasons like this. So that when you leave, your land will be open for them to bring in whoever they wish to bring in the name of development. How can you develop a land without the indigenous people of the land? How can you develop the land for outsiders to come and benefit? Why the indigenous people benefit nothing? The mumus that thought this or that said this is development, I want to ask them a question. What are you benefiting from these northern Funanis coming to take over your land and take over everything? What are you going to benefit? It's a very simple question I am asking. I need honest answer. I put link, I put telephone number. Call me, tell me, say this thing where you dey talk now no good. Tell me why it is not good. Now, I want us to hear this before we continue. Listen to this.
Member House of Representatives, to also thank Mr. President for his support, and we need a lot of collaboration with both the local communities, the presidency, and even the state. We are looking at two options. First is non-kinetic. As a government, we have put in machineries to start talking to the bandits, the other elements that are not in tandem with living peacefully. So as a government, we've created a Ministry of Nomadic and Pastoral Affairs to look at the issues of the Fulani headsmen. You need to understand that Niger State has the largest congregation in the world of Fulani headsmen. Niger State is 8.3 million hectares of land with bodies of water. The pastoral environment is very good for grazing. A lot of Fulani across the world, not just Africa, converge in Niger State. So we don't want them to leave. So we don't want any major military activities. We want to talk to them. But if we don't get to that level, then probably we have to go fully military.
Is it clear, B? They have the highest congregation of the Funanis from all over the world in Niger State, and they are still welcoming them. They don't want any of them to go, and they don't even want military to come and they talk to them, despite calling them bandits too. But we know they are not bandits. We know what they are. We know who they are. So he's saying that military should not come close. And then I want you to hear this again. Listen.
Their physique and everything, they're Fulanis.
Of Nigerian extraction.
Oh, they're Nigerians, no doubt about that.
They are Nigerians.
Yes, in fact, some of them have parents in the.
Did you hear him now? The Niger State governor have told you that these are people from all over the world, the Funanis, because Funanis have no particular place called their own land. Anywhere they find themselves, they occupy. I want you to understand what I am saying. Why these people must never be allowed to stay close to you. I want you to understand what I am talking about, what I am talking to you about. What I am telling you now is what you must understand. Before we go to our Prime Minister, I want to clear ground. And I am still waiting for somebody to call me and tell me about that development in Imo State that people have destroyed, that Biafra government Biafra army have destroyed. How you dislike it. How we don't want development. I want you to call me and talk to me about it. It's very important. So now you listen to the Niger State governor telling you that this is that these people are Fulanese from all over the world, and they are welcoming them. They don't want any single one of them to leave, and the military should not come close there to tell them to leave. Nobody should try that. That they have their way of talking to them. And he called them bandits, by the way, and they are still welcoming them. And now Gumi is here telling you that these people are all Nigerians. I want you to understand something. Wherever these people stand has become their land. It doesn't matter. Wherever they stand has become their land. I want you to be remembering all the videos I've been sharing here. We don't have time. I would have been bringing them in one after the other, showing you how people, all these Hausa people in Niger State, Fulani were not living there before. In 80s, they were not there. Benue State, Jos, Plateau. Now Kaduna, you go to see Hausa, we call them all Hausa. You know, normally, Kaduna, part of Kaduna is not even Hausa. Jos, Plateau, Niger, Benue are not Hausa, but we call them all Hausas. Now, Fulanese came there the same way. They come to your land and they develop what they call Amausa, and then they have become indigenous persons. Because when they come, they become friendly. You accept them, you accommodate them, then they will fight and they chase you out and take over your land. So now, the governor have told you that they are not Nigerians, but once they come, they have a place to stay, and that they have the highest congregation of Fulanese in the world. Highest in the world is in Niger State, and they are bandits, but they don't want army to intervene. Now, this Gumi is telling you that they are all Nigerian, means immediately they step their foot into Nigeria, they become Nigerians. So listen.
Oh, you know they're Nigerians, no doubt about that.
They are Nigerians.
Yes, in fact, some of them have parents in the town.
So why, for those who say some of these criminal elements are non-Nigerians who move through the ECOWAS territory region,
yes,
into Nigeria, is that true?
What happened is, you see, as I've said, now we are having an ethnic war. The Fulani nomadic feels his existence is threatened. So what they do is, when they have a war, they call other Fulanis from other countries, irrespective of where they are. Fulani is Fulani man. They go to defend their kinsmen. Then disperse, each one goes back to his roga. So that's why they what do you call it? They transit the borders just for an operation and go back. But if there is calm and there's peace, you will not see this kind of incursion of foreign elements into the nation. And that's why it's very important. The government is very proactive in this issue. Let's go in, let's educate them, let's register them, let us do what we do to others.
Did you hear that? We must accept them, we must develop them, we must register them, and we must give them what you give to others. That is why they must share your land with you. That is why they must take your school. Now, another thing I want us to understand before we go on is this. I'll just show us one video or two about these same people. When they come to your land and you welcome them and you accommodated them, what they will do to you. I will just show us just a little video, one or two of it. I can show now. I have many of them that if we begin to see or watch today, we will not finish watching them. So I have just little ones, just small, where I go show us, where go you go understand what I am saying. So all these things are happening are what we must understand why they are happening, where they are coming from, the reason why they are happening. Emi Sami, they were Shibike Nolin. Dolofos, I greet you, Princess E. They were Elumu Nwa Eguru. They were. Anywhere you are watching from, I beg just they hit my comment because I don't know. I just want make this YouTube no for person where they create YouTube every time, no be good thing. The people where they report the YouTube or where one make it die, they no one come out openly. That means they are cowards. Anybody where they report this YouTube, you are a foolish coward because you know be human being. If you be man, come out. If you be woman, tell me say na you. Emmanuel Uremi Juice, at least his own was reported by Ikenga. Today, Emmanuel Uremi Juice get, you know, even be like say he lose am. Biafrans know what they want. When they see what they want, they go for it. So I greet you, Chibike, Onye Usheya, Onye Lusheya, Ndewo Emi Sami. I greet you, Shibo Zobeko. Norma Ndewo. Norma have a channel where if they do cooking and the analyzation and the cookilization. Norma Ndewo. Norma TV. Chibike Onye Lusheya, Ndewo. Franca, I greet you. Princess E, Dada Zasa, Ndewo, Nolini Odiambo. Is it the same Nolini that we have here? Seri Joseph. Well, I greet every one of us again. We must continue. So when you listen to Gumi now, you understand waiting that happen. These people, he's telling you that they must be established by who? By government. So the establishment of these people, Nolin Ndewo. So for you, establishing these people is what has what Uzodimma is beginning to do. And they remember, it's not just that they want to do this in Imo. The original plan is that after Imo, after Abia, rivers, after rivers, Cross River, after Cross River, Bayelsa, after Bayelsa, Delta. This is how they want to do it. And I want to ask you, I don't know how many thousands of them they are bringing. By the time they bring these people to your land, where do you have to reside? Where be your land again? You still get land? You don't get any land again. This is something you must understand. They are coming to take over because these people, once they enter, they know they go back. I want make we they understand something though. And when they enter your community, waiting go happen. Watch this one.
They kill many people. They kill three children at Asa. So they do everything destroy everything at our farm. So we cannot endure this. That is why we say that we cannot be living together with herdsmen.
No, impossible. Did you hear them? Who did he call them? Herdsmen. Today they are telling you they are displaced people. Because if they tell you say they are herdsmen, you go say, hey, no. But they are now telling you they are displaced people. And I want us to understand something before you continue to watch this video. These so-called displaced people have IDP camps in the middle of forest, very thick, wide forest, where you have very big enough land. You did not build their school there. You did not build the restructuring and the structuring there. You come to Imo a human bano to build it. Make you think. Now, this school Hope Uzodimma is building in a human bano today is not better than the ones Jonathan built. Jonathan built many sophisticated standard schools for these people. They destroyed all of them, said they don't want to school. They don't want English studies. They don't want anything restructuring. They don't want anything innovation. All they want is Islam. Here is it.
Unfortunately, the topical issue in Nigeria is restructuring. Restructuring my foot. To hell with restructuring.
Did you see that? Then continue. Listen again.
They are all cash crops. They are living, they are there. So those Fulanis, they gave us a lot of problems. We are tired of them. This area, we are farmers. We're supposed to be in our various farm now. We are unable to go there. Because if you go there, they will just come and meet you. Starting cutting you, starting cutting you down. So we are tired of the problem. Now, in fact, today we don't know, we can't say what can happen to us. We are living in fear. So we are living in fear. To sleep and rest is a problem to us.
They went to my band where I store my corn and destroy my property there. Getting to the place, I see the cow eating in my presence. I called the Malam, said, Malam, come. Hey, sorry, sir. Said, Malam, come. Instead of the Malam to come, he only run to me and machete me. If not because of this hand that I used to defend, this my head, I wanted to break it. See the sign. You see my hand? You see? See my hand? How do you want me to make use of this hand again? Hardly. It is, in fact, very hard for me to eat. It is my wife that is throwing me. And I get wife, I get children. Eh? Go. See the hand. See the hand. See the hand. What can I use this hand for? I said hardly for me to eat with this hand. And it's my wife that is sponsoring me.
About 7 years ago. Very ugly incident.
Okay, Chukuma, you are welcome. Chukuma, Obinna, can you hear me? It's like Chukuma is hanging. He's having network issues. So if you are just joining us, the link is there. The telephone number is there. I'll be glad to receive your call. Are you against bringing down the Imo State so-called development in the name of restructuring the Funanis, repented or IDPs or repented Boko Harams or whatever they are called? What is your take? We are taking your calls. We will wait for your call and tell us your thoughts about it. So Chukuma Obinna, anytime you already okay, he's out already. So like I was saying, I want us to understand that what is happening today is just, we will listen to our prime minister, but I just want you to see and understand what is happening. When you give these people common small space, they will overtake you. So the better, when Beloko say, I got make with the because now for go do menen and bo, it's in Nankaha, Moti here, Seri Joseph. They will Seri. Yes, they changed their name from herdsmen to IDP, my brother. When they don't know, they don't know. Our people know they like to hear the truth. When you tell them the truth, they say you're a fool, you don't know anything. You don't know anything. Are you a lawyer? Are you a doctor? Are you a graduate? This is the mentality that has been sown or seeded in them. This is the reason why they don't reason. That's the reason why you will see somebody educating them. They say, are you a professor? Why will you educate me that went to Cambridge University? You went to Cambridge University, but you know nothing. Nada. Here in Spanish or in Italy, they call it maleducato. They tell you are maleducato. You know nothing, even if you be graduate. Somebody talk to president of a prime minister of this land in Spanish for TV. He tell him say you be maleducato. What do it mean? You are not educated. It doesn't mean you are not educated. Educated is not until you go to school and come out. It's not until you go to school and come out. Education is common sense. You don't get. Alone dundewo. So I want us to be getting this message. Once these people step foot in your land, they are not going back. I want us to hear this. The fools, I hear them crying on the social media now, on the TV. Hey, somebody have hijacked our TV, our protest. Somebody hijack our protest. I say, look at the fools. Tinubu want to dialogue with us. You see, fools. They are looking at what they are going to get immediately. What is Tinubu going to tell you in this dialogue you are looking forward to? You are looking forward to seeing the Tinubu tell you, okay, one bag of rice. You go home after eating one bag of rice. You come back to cry again. Are you not a mumu? Your mumu know too much. Unfortunately, the person that is telling the world that they are mumu too much is the worst mumu today. The person that say no be juju be that is the person that did juju have swallowed. That is just the irony of it all. Lord Lego, if I greet you. That is it. So when people are, I went to, and the space I went to yesterday was not just anyhow space. It was Igbo speaking space. In Igbo that they use for that space. And the many were condemning that why should people go and burn it down? This is a development that is coming to us. We are crying that we are marginalized. Today they want to give us development. We are the one that is destroying it. Tomorrow we will blame government. You see how people they reason. Development, my food, as Shetima said. So make you listen to this one as well. Here waiting these people they do. Listen.
Hassan Yabani, new Commissioner of Police, Benue State Command, received at the Government House by the Chief Security Officer of the state, Governor Hyacinth Alia.
By my tradition, I'm not an armchair police commissioner. I like going out and see things by myself. And this I did while I was in Plateau, and I want to replicate it here. I have come this afternoon to pay respect to His Excellency, to assure His Excellency that I'm in Benue State.
This is the season
This is the Benue State governor. I want you to listen to what he is going to say now. I want you to listen to him. Why is it that there is no food in the land? Governor, Benue State governor, today present Benue State governor is the one speaking.
Benue State, this is again the season when our farmers do what they know how to do best. But unfortunately, a number of areas have been occupied by unknown gunmen because they come in to land grab and then to maim and to kill. And for some reason, no one has been able to make a hold of them. So with very good policing by your ranks, there will be something new in town. That renewed hope that will continue to keep us alive and keep democracy alive.
A familiar terrain for...
You get the message? They cannot go. A governor is telling you they cannot go to farm because these people, even one, if they fear to call them Funanis or even call them headers, if they fear. A country where even the governor is scared of saying the truth. Because when you say the truth, you don't finish. He called them, these people have taken over our land. People governor directly telling you that people could not go to farm because when you go to farm, they buy you. When they cash you for your community, they buy you. And yet, they remain unknown gunmen. When we know them, remember what Zamfara State Governor told you, that they know them, they live in the same community, they go to the same market, they go to the same school, they go to the same offices, yet they cannot arrest them because they have immune that covers them, because they are the golden children of the land, because they are special children that walk on red carpets, while the innocent people are today being persecuted and being destroyed. Today, again, you see this one they call Tujibelo is now, this one is now telling you he want to repent. I want you to understand something. I am not against him repenting, but there are questions, million dollar questions, like the governor of Zamfara State would tell you. The $1 million question is this. This man you see, Bello Tuji, have gold mine. Are you getting me? Gold mine. Gold mine. I am telling you, gold mine. I'm not telling you he is mining for anybody. The gold mine in Zamfara belong to this man you call Tuji Bello. And this man you call Tuji Bello give it to whomever he please. This man you call Tuji Bello sign contract with the Chinese to mine the gold. This man you call Tuji Bello have sacked communities and sent them to IDP camps. Are you getting the message? This is the Tuji Bello. He has sent hundreds of thousands, if not millions of people to IDP camp. And today, they are telling you that Tinubu is trying to negotiate with him so he will repent and help them to fight terrorism in Nigeria. And then my question is this. Did the Tinubu tell you that this man has hand off the gold mine he is controlling? The gold mine that belonged to the so-called country Nigeria. This man have possession. He is mining on his own, controlling. Did this man hands off the gold mine? No. People know they think go that side. Shehu Rufai Abati, make una ask this question. This man is mining gold. This man even told the Nigerian government that this forest where this gold dey, na me be governor. That is what this man said. He said that he is the governor in charge of the forest of gold. Nobody will dare cross there. Not even Nigerian army dare cross there. He is fully in charge. Are you getting the message? So, with the gold in his possession, with the gold mine in his possession, with the people he has sacked into IDP camp, the community he has possessed by force, by sacking the community, indigenous people in the community, pursuing them away, chasing them out of the community, are still in his possession. If truly, I just want you to understand something. Remember the videos I've shown you before. That's why I like show you, so that when you start from beginning, reconnect, reach here, you will be able to understand something. I showed you a video where the governor Niger State told you that these people are coming from all over the world, and they are still coming. And they have the highest congregation in the world in Niger State. And you hear what is his name? The man that negotiates for them. I've forgotten his name. What is this man's name again?
Yes, they are African, everything they are Fulani.
Gumi, Sheikh Gumi. And you heard Sheikh Gumi tell you that there are over 9 million or 90 million that they are fighting ethnic war. With who? Fools, when I published this in the first time that Gumi said, they said it's a lie, it's a propaganda. It's a propaganda. There are over 90 million or 9 million possessing your forest, possessing your communities. You don't know. Me, I don't take anything for granted. I don't take it for granted. Seeing what Ahmad Bello have told you, that instead they don't want you anywhere, that you should not live with them, that you should be subjected and blocked and locked inside their box. They don't want you to exist. But we don't get this. We are always wide open armed, ready to embrace the sticks, the demons that hate you, ready to embrace the things that destroys us. Even trying to embrace these things, we see that our fellow brothers, sisters have been destroyed by this same structure. We still want to go and embrace that same thing, believing probably my own will be different and it will destroy you. I want us to understand the truth. When you hear repented Boko Haram, repented ISIS, repented ISWAP, how many of them have you heard that the communities they took over, the communities they sacked, the communities they hijack, that they have hands off those communities? No. So what is the essence of them repenting? I think say, if this one na my phone, you can't thief am, or say na your phone, I can't take am by force from you. I can't meet you say, I don't repent, take your phone. I no go thief again, I no want thief again. No be so, you go do restitution. But my phone still dey, your phone dey my hand. I can't tell you, I dey take and do call. I tell you, oh boy, I don't repent to. I beg, make we be friends again. You go, they look me, they look your phone. You go believe that they talk true? No, it's a lie. These people have the gold they are mining. These people have the communities they have taken by force, and they are telling you they have repented. Tomorrow you will see him in Nigeria Army. You might see him a commander, because Tinubu said he will repent and help them to fight terrorism. When he repent tomorrow, bring them to Biafra land, the thing that happened to his brother will happen to him. There is no two ways about it. Make him repent, carry and come, because this is their mission, to tell you they repented, they bring them to Biafra land, and that will be their end. Yes, Gumi, I promise Penitus, Godfrey Akibo, Toy to, na Chinese, Dewo, Rishi Max, Obieze, Dewo, okay, Ilon, Dewo, Chibike, Onyenuche kwano, Innocent Eze Ugonwa, Eze Ugonwa, Ndewo, no, Kenneth Shimezie Oba, Ndewo. So I want us to understand the Frank and Dewo, but that is the truth. That is the simple truth. That is why when you hear that these people are coming to build or develop your land, you'll be asking yourself, what kind of development are they coming to bring your land? Waiting be the development all about. What is this development about? Our Prime Minister's statement yesterday was very clear. And he owed up to it as a nation. He owed up to it that his army, because he is the commander-in-chief, he owed up. When I say he owed up, it doesn't mean he on his own. He owed up to it as a Biafran Prime Minister. And before then, he said that we will not allow such a thing. And he is calling you. When we get there, we'll listen. Let's hear him first of all.
Fellow Biafrans, I welcome all of you to this emergency State of the Union address of the Biafra Prime Minister, myself, Mazi Simon Ekpa Njoku. My fellow Biafrans, this is month of October 2024, and we are very close to our convention in Finland. The security of life and property of Biafra people will always be the most priority of the Biafra government. And we will continue to respond proactively in solving and resolving the issue of security, especially when our people and our land comes under serious threat. Nigeria, as a failed state, will continue to fail to protect those that call themselves Nigerian citizens. The call for Biafra self-determination through the secessionists of Biafra, or through the secession of Biafra as Nigeria terrorist state fondly call it, is deeply rooted in historical grievances, the economic grievances and economic disparity and socio-political marginalization, and now with the renewed Islamic Usman Danfodio expansionists. Our struggle has become a struggle for survival of the Biafra people. For many decades, Biafrans, both those who have agitated in the past, Biafrans, for many of these agitators have argued that for leaving Nigeria is not just about identity, but today it has become about the survival progress, and justice. My fellow Biafrans, in the early hour of today, the 1st October 2024, the Biafra Defense Forces has destroyed, neutralized the proposed facility that was built to house and train Boko Haram in a place called Ehimembano in Imo State, former Imo State. Any more of such facility will be destroyed by Biafra forces. We call on Biafrans to give credible information on any further project of the Nigeria terrorist state targeted at bringing in Boko Haram for training in Biafra land, or to be used to house fighters that the intention was to use against Biafra forces. Because the Nigeria terrorist army has been defeated, and all they do is to bring in fighters in whatever guise. Biafra land is not good for Chinese loan. The Biafra people were excluded during the time Nigeria state took loan from China. Our land and our people are not good to be part of the dividend of Chinese loan. Biafra land is not good for rail line, where every part of Nigeria, as they created it fraudulently today, has benefited from the rail line, except Biafra land. Biafra land is not good to have seaport, irrespective of the fact that the Gulf of Guinea is connected to the Biafra land. Biafra land is not good for the headquarters of many multinational corporations that came to Nigeria or Niger area to do business only and solely for the natural resources that is found in Biafra land. None of these multinational corporations has their head office or headquarters in Biafra land to create job for the Biafra people, indigenous people. Biafra land is therefore not good for IDP camp or in any name that will accommodate any terrorists from northern Nigeria or from any part of the world. Biafra land is not a dumping ground for terrorists. For that reason, the Biafra Defense Forces have destroyed the property and the facilities, and of course, anything that is connected to it will be destroyed in Biafra land. It is a message that we are sending out to the terrorist state to prove the capacity that Biafra government controls Biafra territory from exile, and of course, with the activities of the de facto government in the homeland. The responsiveness of the Biafra government has shown that the Biafra government take the security of lives and properties of our people, especially our women and children, very seriously. We have fought Nigeria terrorism for the past 3 years, secretly. And I wish one day the world will want to know what has happened in Biafra land from 2021 to this date. And we have been able to secure successfully the land of Biafra. It is only in Biafra land that our people are not living in IDP camp. Across Nigeria, every other region, people are living in IDP camp. Like they have come shambolically, claiming that people from the north will be moved to Biafra land, where Biafra forces and defense have been able to secure our land against the terrorism. We also have intel that the proposed movement of these people were actually in order to bring in Boko Haram fighters to Biafra land to fight against Biafra forces. My fellow Biafran, in Yoruba land, the Yorubas are taking refuge in neighboring country, Benin Republic, for insecurity by the Nigeria terrorism or Nigeria terrorist state, in the name of the Islamic expansionist Usman Danfodio legacy. Many Yorubas are today living in Benin Republic. They left the ancestral land as they are looking for a safe place to stay. The people that have chased them out of the ancestral land are Fulanis. They call them Fulani herdsmen. They have occupied Yoruba land, and today many of them have left their land and they are not secured in their own land. Biafra land will not be the same. Biafra will continue to respond to Nigeria terrorism plan and tactics very ruthlessly in defense of our land. While Nigeria terrorist state have openly supported Palestine independence and continue to financially support terrorism against Israel, the Biafra people will continue to stand with Israel, and at the same time, we are not against those agitating for independence of South Palestine or for self-determination. But we are strongly against the terrorism against Israel and against the state of Israel. Nigeria always go to the United Nations General Assembly to advocate for the freedom and self-determination of Palestine, and these are people who have not fixed their own problem in Niger area. Today, we will do worse than what the Palestinians have done, if that is what will make the world to listen to us. Palestine have not lost 3 million children. We did. We lost 3 million children from 1967 to 1970. Palestine have not lost what Biafra lost. Palestine do not have what Biafra have. We power Nigeria's economy from our natural resources. What do we get in return? Marginalization, killing, pogroms, and what have you. On this note, just for the latecomers who have not followed the event of Nigeria and Biafra for a very long time, I want the Biafra media to play the representation and advocating of the independence of Palestine by the former president of Nigeria in the name of Muhammadu Buhari, because I have come across many people commenting on social media and they were outraged about the current vice president, who is, by the way, the founder of Boko Haram, advocating for independent state of Palestine. I would like the media team to play that, as on that particular rock, I will build my church today.
We need to remind ourselves of the principles that led to the founding of the United Nations. Among those are peaceful coexistence and self-determination of peoples. In this context, Mr. President, the unresolved question of self-determination for the Palestinian people and those of Western Sahara, both nations having been adjudged by the United Nations as qualifying for this inalienable right, must now be assured and fulfilled without any further delay or obstacle. The international community has come to pin its hopes on the resolving Palestinian issue through the two-state solution, which recognizes the legitimate right of each state to exist in peace and security. The world has no more excuses or reasons to delay the implementation of the long list of Security Council resolutions on this question. Neither do we have the moral right to deny any people their freedom or condemn them indefinitely to occupation and blockade.
Thank you very much. I would also like to have the latest video from the United Nations General Assembly of the current Vice President of Nigeria, who was the founder of Boko Haram. Thank you very much.
We are all witnesses to the heart-wrenching situation in Gaza and other Palestinian territories. We cannot discuss war and peace, conflicts and resolution, or humanitarian imperatives today without reflecting on the Israeli-Palestinian conflict that has been raging since 7th August last year. Of course, the conflict predates this period and has been simmering for a better part of half a century. What it tells us is that the international community has failed to live up to the spirit and aspirations of the United Nations to rid the world of inequality, violence, and domination of one people by another. Justice is antithetical to revenge. Freedom is an inalienable right and a natural entitlement that cannot be denied to any people. The Palestinian people deserve their independence. They deserve to have a home of their own in territories already recognized by this very assembly and by international law, which is being routinely ignored. Nigeria continues to urge efforts to bring back on track the two-state solution that offers the prospect for a new beginning for the region.
Thank you very much. My fellow Biafrans and listeners from across the world, with the clip you just listened to, the last one is the current Vice President of Nigeria, who is the founder of Boko Haram. The first video you listened to was the former President of Nigeria, who also was one of the Islamic fundamentalism pillar in Nigeria and in Africa. Nigeria, with this, has demonstrated to be enemy of America and enemy of the West. While the Biafra will continue to support the state of Israel, have you seen that this is a black and white that can never mix together? Nigeria have advocated for the independent state of Palestine, which we are not against as a people looking for freedom. But what we are against is terrorism against the state of Israel. And the 7th of October attack, terrorism attack against Israel, Biafra people continue to condemn that terrorist attack. Nigeria, having advocated in 2024 for the independent state of Palestine, should be bold enough to also accept the outcome of the Biafra self-referendum in peace or in pieces. I want you all to understand that Nigeria can never be trusted. America can never trust Nigeria. The West can never trust Nigeria. Nigeria remains an Islamic fundamentalist country that all the agenda is to support anything anti-West and anti-America. It does not matter how they pretend with you today, they will end up becoming your worst enemy. The earlier the world, the Western world and America accept the state of Biafra as only true allies in the West Africa, the better for them. Examples are many. I will use Iraq. I can also use Afghanistan. After 23 years, America pumped billions of dollars into Afghanistan. Today, Taliban are completely in charge of American weapons that America struggled for 23 years to stabilize that country. Nigeria will do worse than Afghanistan if Biafra is not supported. There are several compelling reasons why as many as 50 million Biafrans who voted in the ongoing Biafra self-referendum use their vote to advocate for independent state of Biafra. The reasons are very numerous. And I will take it one at a time. From the historical injustices against Biafra people, the Nigeria genocidal war against Biafra from 1967 to 1970, also known as the Biafra War, was a brutal chapter in Nigeria history. The eastern region, known as Biafra, declared independence as the Republic of Biafra after enduring many years of systematic marginalization and violent pogroms in the northern Nigeria another part of Nigeria. The war resulted in an estimated 1 to 3 million deaths, children, primarily from starvation due to the blockade imposed by the Nigeria terrorist government. This tragic history has left deep scars in millions of Biafrans and, of course, in Biafra consciousness, especially when the post-war reconciliation was superficial and incomplete, with the IRRR. The continuous reference of the Biafra War serves as a painful reminder that the Biafra people were once persecuted and betrayed by a country that was supposed to protect them. That betrayal has tripled today after over 50 years. We have seen the killings of Biafrans and destruction of their businesses across Nigeria, not just in the northern Nigeria today, but also in the southwest Yoruba land. In Lagos, to be precise, we saw pogroms against Biafrans in Lagos after 2023 election. And I will take it on the economic exploitation. As Nigeria celebrates their failed independence, the division of Nigeria into 6 geopolitical zones without the consent of the people was an injustice taken too far that have cut the wound of the war even deeper than as we thought. The eastern region, which is supposed to be called Southeastern or Southeast region, in accordance with the geography, today it is called the Southeast instead of the Southern region. They manipulated the geographic, manipulated the demography in order to fight the freedom and suppress and subjugate Biafra people not to rise up. The region which would form the heart of modern Biafra is rich in natural resources, particularly oil. Despite this wealth, the artificial and the fake Southeast feel disappropriately excluded from the economic and political benefit of their own land. The so-called Niger Delta, which majority falls within the proposed Biafra borders of today, generate a significant portion of the Nigeria wealth through crude oil. Yet, that region remains underdeveloped, suffering from poor infrastructure, environmental degradation, and poverty. Yet, they are faced with Nigeria terrorist army bombardment, like the recent killing in the Biafra Okoma community in Delta. The argument for Biafra is also an economic one. The resources of the Biafra people are being siphoned to enrich a far distant federal government in Abuja, while the region remains underdeveloped. That is coming to an end with the declaration of the restoration of independent state of Biafra, coming this year, 2024. My fellow Biafrans, we also suffered what I call the political marginalization within the Nigeria state. Since the end of the Biafra war, Biafra people have constantly been sidelined from the Nigeria political landscape, despite being one of the 3 largest ethnic groups No Igbo-speaking Biafra person has held the presidency since 1983. Key government positions, security appointments, and the military leadership role are disproportionately skewed in favor of the Northern Hausa, Fulani, and Western Yoruba elites. Many Igbo-speaking Biafrans believe, and of course it's a fact, that this is a deliberate exclusion from power to prevent their voices from being heard in decision-making process. While those who happen to be very close to power have sold their subconsciousness to self-aggrandizement, those who may have positive agenda that could shape the country's future are not allowed. Today, we are no longer agitating for inclusion, but for complete freedom of Biafra people, where the aspiration of every Biafran will be achieved, where the potential will be attained, where Biafrans will compete among nations in innovation, where free education will be mandatory, where our hospitals will be equipped, and the national insurance scheme will be completely functional. My fellow Biafrans, compelling reasons why Biafrans are leaving Nigeria are many. I'm just taking a few of them today. We have also cultural and ethnic disparities. Nigeria is an amalgamation of hundreds of ethnic groups with distinct cultures, languages, and worldviews. Biafrans, with their entrepreneurial spirit, democratic social structure, and emphasis on individual merit, often found themselves at odds with the more hierarchical feudal system, and I call it nomadic system of the North, and the communal political structure of the Yoruba West. Many believe that the deep-seated differences between the ethnic groups in Nigeria makes it difficult to forge a cohesive national identity, which is fact, leading to continuous frictions and disharmony, and I call it dangerous diversity, which will never ever work in the modern age. Biafra, on the other hand, would allow the people to govern themselves according to their own culture and cultural value and system in a confederation and a confederating state of Biafra. The insecurity and violence orchestrated by the Nigeria terrorist state against Biafra people from inception, ethnic violence, Islamic expansionist violence, banditry, and terrorism have been on the rise across Nigeria, with the Biafra people often caught in the crossfire. In particular, they come in the form of Boko Haram, Fulani herdsmen, and other extremist groups. They have targeted civilians, with the government sometimes supporting them to offer adequate protection. In many cases, the Biafra people are specifically victimized, with the Nigeria state either unwilling or unable to ensure their security. The renewed call for Biafra is rooted in the fact that an independent state of Biafra would be better equipped to secure the lives and property of its citizens, free from corruption and inefficiencies of the Nigeria terrorist government. I want to remind you that a few years ago, heads were being beheaded in Biafra land. Today, that particular insecurity killings of Biafra have ended with the emergence of the Biafra Defense Force. And of course, with the formation of the Biafra government both de facto government and government in exile. We are also facing, within the Nigeria state, youth unemployment and economic stagnation. The Biafra people are renewed for their entrepreneurial prowess, with successful business ventures both within Nigeria and across the world. Despite this, many young Biafrans face a high level of unemployment and underemployment. The Nigeria terrorist government inability to create an enabling environment for business growth and industrialization disproportionately affect the Southeast and South-South, which made up the entire Biafra land. The region, poor infrastructure, including electricity, road, education, hinders the full realization of the economic potential of Biafra people. An independent state of Biafra will prioritize regional development, focusing on innovation, trade, and infrastructure, uncumbered by the inefficiencies of the central government. Biafra, as an independent nation, will secure the Gulf of Guinea and, of course, end the piracy in the high sea, which has caused serious tension, carrying out international trade using the high sea and waterways. The emergence of Biafra will put an end to the piracy in the high sea. I want you to understand that the more you try to deprive yourself of this truth, the more you are caught in the cobweb of the truth. The resurgence of ethnic nationalism in Nigeria. We have seen in recent time the resurgence of ethnic nationalism caused by the dangerous diversity. Example of it, if you go to social media, you're going to find out there is a very big resurgence of ethnic nationalism. Our sister, for example, in Canada, her case is an example of that. Nigeria swing into action within 1 minute, writing to Canadian government, the House of Assembly or House of Rep wrote a letter within short period of time. Yorubas on social media, of course, because she is a Biafran. In recent years, the global climate has become more supportive of self-determination and the secessionist movement. From the independence referenda in Scotland, even in Catalonia, though they are not yet independent, but the creation of this awareness in support of self-referendum has gained global support. My fellow Biafrans, we have seen the state creation like the state of Sudan, South Sudan. There is a growing recognition that ethnic groups have right to determine their own future, just like you listened from the Nigeria representative at the United Nations, the current vice president of Nigeria, supporting this particular move. The Biafra government has also continued to argue in international stage that the right to self-determination is enshrined in international law, and the Biafra people have also activated this particular law by organizing their own self-referendum, which Biafra people are very happy to participate in and have voted, and the voting is still ongoing and will continue until November 28, 2024. The opportunity to vote on their future through a peaceful and democratic process organized by the Biafra government in exile and the de facto government in the homeland. The referendum has recorded over 50 million votes as of today, 1st of October 2024. My fellow Biafrans, I want you to understand that the call for Biafra independence is not a rejection of Nigeria or a rejection of Britain, but it is a demand for justice, dignity, and equality. For many Biafrans, remaining in a system that continually marginalizes, exploits, and devalues them is untenable. Biafra offers the promise of self-determination, economic progress, cultural preservation, and security of a nation where the Biafra spirit can strive without the constraint of a broken federation. While the road to Biafra independence is fraught with challenges, the desire for a better, more equitable future fuels the call for the exit of Biafra from Nigeria. And Simon Ekpa is leading Biafra out of Nigeria from the 2nd of December 2024. Biafra government has activated international diplomatic tussle against Nigeria at the highest level. My fellow Biafrans, with this, I welcome you to the month of October 2024. We have just less than 2 months to kickstart our convention in Finland. May God bless the state of Biafra. May God bless the state of Israel. May God bless the United States of America. May God bless Finland, and may God bless Europe. May God bless the Western world. We love you all. From Biafra people, from the Biafra Liberation Army, from the Biafra government, to all of you. We stand together in this particular time of trial. Israel, stand very strong. You have your brothers from Biafra land, and nothing can separate us. From here, from me, airborne to the Biafra Defense Forces, airborne to the IDF, airborne to those who believe that freedom is taken and not given. May God bless you. May God bless Biafra.
All right. Now we listen to the Prime Minister of the Biafra Republic government in exile. I don't know if anybody would want to join me in the studio, or anybody have any question that has been disturbing them about the incidents of this coming Biafra, or anything at all you want to ask. I am waiting, maybe from the comment section, maybe you call in, you can see the number flying down there, or you join me in the studio, you will see the link there as well. I want us to understand that this thing now going on is no longer that organization, little organization somewhere, sometime. So today, I want us all to know that this Biafra is no longer that small organization that used to be one corner, and some people will be piloting, or that some people have been piloting as a peer group. I want us to understand purely that this is about freedom, and this is where we are standing, and this is where we will maintain our stand. Freedom is taken and not given. Well, in absence of nobody indicating anything like asking question or anything, I want to acknowledge everyone here in this line today. Let me start from the beginning. I will acknowledge every one person here today, and I'm appreciating you all. And Lawrence, I greet you. Solomon Shinaza, Shukuma Solomon. And next episode is Biafra. I love that. Next episode is Biafra, Shukuma Solomon, okay? And Chris, Biafran son, all of you that have been here from beginning, even those that are just joining now. I respect and appreciate all of you. And Godfrey Akibi, Princess E, and Vinto V. I greet you, my brother Franco Okonkwo, ndewo, Elumu Nwa Eguru, ndewo, and Dolo Fox, one love. Esther Okwosa, where you been there? Don't tell, huh? You don't tell, Collins links, make you link me up, quick, Virginus Ugo, Virginus, right? Am I right? Is it not Virginus? Virginus Ugwoke. They were Virginus Princess E. I've seen you before, Franca. I've seen you before. Okwosa Esther, Evangelist Wodo. Evangeline Wodo. They were is the same thing. If not man, they go call him evangelist. They were Elumunwa Oguru. They were Dolofos. I greet you. Nolin one them. They were Chibuike Onyanu Onyenuche. Ya one Onyenuche. Ya Emi Sami. They were. I've been asking of Sunday Ajebo Sunday. No, they see him again. Now backslide. I've been awaiting. I've been changing them. Chibuike Onyenuche. And they were Emi Sami. I greet you. Chibuzo Beko. Norma TV. Make una try go watch Norma TV. Una go understand them. Norma TV. Just type Norma TV. You go see what they do there. Chibuike Onyenuche, Franco Congo, my sister. I greet you. Princess E. They were Dada Zasa. They were Nolina. I see you. Norma again. Seri Joseph. I greet you. And Lolego Ibo we woo one. We woo one. I love that they define with it. We woo one. Ono Chuku Emeka Stephen. I greet you. Kechuku Michael, Seri Joseph, Simon Ipo. Simon IPOB. Seri Joseph Ogochukwu. I think it should be Simon Biafra because IPOB is an organization that the criminals have hijacked. Don Clean, I greet you. Ogochukwu I greet you. And Alo Ndu Ndewo. Alondu Ndewo no Mushineke. Kenneth Shimeze, I greet you. Ndewo no Nyobuna Neva. Mandimbra okay, okay, Ilunu. Okay, Ilunu Ekele Kwarange Obieze Ndewo. Rishi Maxwell Ndewo. Toito Ndewo, I greet you now. All of una Godfrey Akibi Ndewo Chidera Christian. I greet everybody with love. Accolade Woma Eshi Onyema, I believe that should be Onyema Eshi in the mother tongue anyway. Saint Virgin Boy. Saint Virgin Boy. Ebiakwa. I greet you. Jududino. Ndewo. Sagacity Bula. Sagacity Bula. I greet you, Sagacity. Wasn't on stay. Ndewo Uche Ejiofo. Chidebere Daniel. Ndewo. Don Kevin Copeman. Copeman, I greet you. Ezedemada Ndewo. Ezedemada. Ya will not give Ezedemma. Franco Congo Sagacity Ndewo. John Mike. Innocent Wigwe. Ezedemada. I like that name. Ojichuku, how you day? I greet you. Don Prince, I greet Odu Peace in there. Evarestus Obi Agalanwa Chuku Kasivesta in there. Easy where as nago mas eze nago iga would eze you take it by force. Easy way as nago. So with this I think we come to the end of this program. We will come back later in the day or any update will feature you. we go show. Try and follow our Prime Minister up on Twitter so you'll be getting updates of every information, everything going on. Yeah. So I will say thank you so much for being part of this program this afternoon, this evening. We move. We don't owe anybody anything, and we know they owe anything. We will continue to do the needful. So I will say thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for being part of us. And the only thing I will tell you now is Biafra Gabiarere. They would.
Then they try me, then kill her. Then they try me, then stop her. Biafra Gabiarere. Ndiwo Ganalele. Biafra Gabiarere. Ndiwo Ganalele. Iye chuku dele dege melele. Iye chuku kule kuge melele. Come on, my man, Nuna Gabiga. Come on, my man, Nuna Gabiga. Ndilo Galaleti. Oswimi Galaleti. Ndiwo heavyweight. All over the world we pull weight. Ibulonyi wo jubilate. If you know like freedom, you they hate. Know that we be the chosen one. We don't need it all, but they all need us. Anya choro pa mana ha chola anya cho. Amana imeli penine uwana cho. Ndilo galaleti. Fulani galaleti. Oswimi galaleti. Ndibo heavyweight. You didn't lie, made them kill us. You didn't lie, made them lock us. Then they try, made them kill us. Then they try, made them stop us. Biafra Gabiarere. Ndiwo Ganalele. Biafra Gabiarere.